How to crack KCET within 2 weeks. In this video, I'm going to be telling you exactly how to do that. Now before I get straight into the point, you need to understand the basics of this exam. If you think you know the basics, you can click on this timestamp over here. Now to the basics of this exam. KCET exam, that is KCET, is of 4 subjects. That is physics, chemistry, maths and Kannada. This is Kannada, okay? Kannada is only regional, so you don't have to think about it right now. It's only physics, chemistry, maths slash bio. Maths slash bio. You can either write physics, chemistry and maths or physics, chemistry and bio for both JEE and NEET students. Now this exam, unlike any other exam, is of 2 days. That is 16th of April and 17th of April. In this exam, each thing you can write separately. Like if you look at this, there are 60 questions per subject. And each subject you need to write within 1 hour 20 minutes. If you do the maths, that's you need to solve one question within 1 minute 30 seconds. 1 minute 30 seconds, you need to be done with one question. Now of course in any question, like some questions are longer, so you need to just average it. Some questions will take longer time, some questions will take less time. You need to average it within, you should be able to do one question within 1 minute 30 seconds. Now each subject has 60 questions, that is 60 marks each. The total marks for this exam is 180. To get good marks, you need to get above 160. That's considered as good. Now here are the timings of this exam.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proud?
Now if you look at this timetable, you will see that on 16th we have bio and maths. For bio it's from 10:30 am to 11:50 am. And after a bit of a break, you have maths from 2:30 pm to 3:50 pm. That's the same thing for 17th, physics and chemistry. Now coming to the main point of this video, how to crack it within 2 weeks. I'm going to be telling you in points. Over here we have points. First point that we have is aim. Now your aim should be to crack KCET within 2 weeks. That is how to crack KCET within 2 weeks, and you need to get 180 out of 180 in this exam. Your aim should be high, then only you will be able to achieve anything. First, after aiming, now here comes the second point. Second point of this video is timetable. Coming to timetable, you need to take a day for yourself and make a timetable. The timetable should consist of the following. It should be 16 hours of study time. You need to make the timetable such a way that if you add all the study hours, it should amount to 16 hours. Then only it is possible to crack KCET. Now, you can make your own timetable. For those who can't make a timetable, I have made one for you over here. You can take a screenshot of this timetable. Now, if you look at this timetable, you can see that the study hours are amounting to 16. I know it's a bit hectic, but it's the same timetable I made for how to crack boards within 1 week. You can check out my video over here. The same timetable I've made over here for you, you can follow that and you'll get 16 hours of time to study. Now the timetable part is done. We have the third point of this video, that is weightage. Now weightage for this KCET exam is, for 11th grade we have less than 40%. Yes, that's correct. And for 12th grade we have more than 60%. Now people will be thinking you should focus more on 12th, and that's exactly what you need to do. But to start the study plan, I would recommend you to study 11th first, because you guys are already done with 12th boards and you are aware of the 12th syllabus. Now if you do 11th first, you can finish 11th within 1 week. You can do crash course of 11th and you can finish 11th. And 12th, you can again recall everything and that will be more easy for you. So I would recommend you to Just complete 11th first within 1 week, and I'll tell you how to do that. Here's a 4 point of this video. No wait, I forgot to write down the weightage, that is less than 40%, more than 60% for 12. Now here's the 4 point of this video, that is study smart. Now, smart study is a key to anything. You don't need to study everything. You need to be covering the important topics first. For that, I'm going to be showing you a chapter-wise weightage for the whole syllabus over here. Now, if you look at this approach, you can see that here's 11, all chapters that are coming for 11th, and this is 12 physics. And at the right side, you can see the questions that are coming. Each question meaning each mark. So if there are 5 questions over here, that means it's 5 marks. This is for chemistry 11th, and this is for chemistry 12th. Now this is for maths 11th, and this is for maths 12th. After all that, even for bio students, we have this is for bio 11th, and this is for bio 12th. Here's the weightage for all the whole KCET syllabus. I'm going to be telling you one thing. Don't completely rely on the weightage, because weightage is based on previous year questions and approximates. This is the most reliable weightage I found online. Even though, if you look at physics in this weightage, you can see the number of questions in physics, right? Now suppose number of questions meaning number of marks. So here 2 questions from this chapter meaning 2 marks. If you add all this for physics, I'm going to be writing over here physics, chemistry and maths, and here's 11th, 12th. Now for physics, if you look at all this and you add all the marks that are coming, it will be 18 for 11th. And for 12th physics, it's 43. For same with chemistry, we have 17 and 40. And if you add for maths also, we have 16 and 43. Now if you do the maths and add all of them together, for physics, chemistry and maths 11th grade, you're getting 51 marks. And for 12th grade, you're getting around 126 marks. Now if you add all this together, you're getting 177 instead of 180. That's why I told you can't completely rely on any weightage. Now this weightage, 3 marks could be somewhere over here. Maybe they weren't sure. That's why they made it 177. But these 3 marks that are missing could be anywhere in the weightage. Maybe one chapter has more marks or one has less marks, like that, something like that. But I checked with all the weightages and they are similar to the weightage I'm showing over here. So you can trust it. But don't completely trust any weightage, because it's not 100%, okay? It's just like approximates based on previous year stuff. If you go by this thing, 51 means 28% and 126 meaning 71%. It shows like this. So it's telling you that 71% of 12th is coming and 28% of 11th is coming. By this, you can understand that you should mostly finish 12th weightage. As you can see, the chapters for 12th weightage, you're getting a lot of marks by doing 12th weightage. Now, doing the questions from 11th, you're only getting 2 marks. But for the same number of chapters for 12th, like you can see over here, current electricity has 5 marks, and moving charges and magnetism 5 marks. But in 11th, motion in a plane, you have 2 marks. And work power energy are 2 marks. If you do 12 properly, you're getting more marks and you can answer more number of questions also. This is the same thing you can see with chemistry over here. 3, 3, 2, 2, like that marks are there for 11. But for 12, it's 5, 4, 4, 4, like that. So more number of questions are also coming from 12. And with maths also the same thing. 6 marks for continuity and differentiability. That's a lot, guys. Now that we are aware of the weightage, I'm going to give you a study plan for this 2 weeks. If you follow, you can crack KCET within 2 weeks. Now coming to the 5th point of this video, that is process. To complete the syllabus, First, I'm going to give you an idea. We have 2 weeks. We have 2 weeks to complete the whole thing. Over here, first we have physics of 11th, okay? 11th. This is 11th grade. This is 12th grade. Physics, chemistry, maths. Physics, chemistry, maths. For 11th physics, we have 14 chapters. 14 chapters. Chemistry, we have 12. And maths, again 14. For physics, we have 14 again in 12. Chemistry, we have 10. And for maths, we have 13. This is the whole syllabus. Ideally, you should complete 11th within 1 week and 12th within 2 weeks. What? Math isn't mathing, right? But listen to me. By 2 weeks, I mean, while you're doing 11th within 1 week, you need to slowly do 12th also within 1 week, this week, and 12th within 12th week. Understood? Like, you should do 12th also within this 1 week, like half of it. And again, 1 week will be left at the ending that you have to spend on 12th. Now, so you get the idea of what I'm going to tell you. Physics, we have 14 chapters, right? For 11. You should be doing, for it to be done, do 2 chapters per day. And don't go depth into the chapter. How to complete 2 chapters within a day? All you need to do is just take 2 chapters, starting from the first one, and write down all the formulas. And revise through all the formulas that are coming in the chapter. And then you can do PYQs. So you should be spending around 30 minutes to do the whole revision per chapter. And within 1 hour, do PYQs. Understood? And that's for physics. Now telling you that physics, you need to do 2 chapters a day. Chemistry, you need to do 2 chapters a day. The same day. That means within 1 day, you're doing 2 chapters of physics and 2 chapters of chemistry. And comes maths. Do the same thing. That is 6 chapters you need to complete within a day, and that is possible. I will slowly come to that one. First, I'll explain you how everything works. Now, coming to 12th physics, you need to do 1 chapter a day. This is day, right? Just think, okay? This is a day. Per day, you're doing this much. Now, coming to 12th, you need to do 1 chapter a day, starting from here only. That means from this week only, you're doing 1 chapter. Even for chemistry also, 1 chapter. For maths also, 1 chapter. Starting week only. From here only, you should be doing 1 chapter from physics, 1 chapter from chemistry, 1 chapter from maths. That is 3 chapters, or 12 in 1 day, plus 2 chapters of physics, 2 chapters of chemistry, 2 chapters of maths. That is how many chapters per day? 9 chapters per day. And it is completely possible. I will tell you the plan on how to do that now. So that I gave you the vague idea, here's the plan. For 11th, okay, 11th physics, you need to, first all you need to do is revise all the formulas before doing a chapter. Take 2 chapters per day. For example, you have a day over here. So in this day, starting of the day, you have to study 16 hours, right? Take 2 chapters per 11 and you need to revise all formulas from them. And revision will basically take less time only. For example, you need to take 1.5 hour per chapter. That is 3 hours for 2 chapters. That is how. So 1.5 hours you need to take for 1 chapter of physics of 11th. Okay. In that 1.5 hours, 30 minutes you need to revise everything, and 1 hour you need to solve around 20 to 30 PYQs, and you'll be done with that chapter. Do that same thing with 2 chapters. That is, you will take 3 hours to complete 11th physics in a day. Understood? Now that you're done with 3 hours of the day, how many hours are you still left with? 13 hours. Now comes the chemistry. With chemistry also, you need to do the same thing. Take 2 chapters. In those 2 chapters, you first 30 minutes, you need to revise all the formulas, like write them down and revise. And next 1 hour, try solving 20 to 30 questions. With maths, that approach is even easier because you need to just write down the formulas for 2 chapters and then solve 30 questions, PYQs. And you will be done with For example, physics 2 chapters will take 3 hours of the day, and chemistry 2 chapters will also take 3 hours of the day, and maths 2 chapters will also take 3 hours of the day. That is total of 9 hours. You are done with like 6 chapters from physics, chemistry, and maths 11th. Now that 9 hours of the day are done, now you still have like 7 hours left. Now that you have 7 hours left, as I told you before, within this week only, your physics, chemistry, and maths are 12. So you have to do one chapter, one chapter, one chapter. That is 3 more chapters in that day. For 12 physics, you study more because as I showed you in this weightage over here, they're asking more questions. So you can watch one shots and then make revision notes. That's for 12 physics. You need to for 12 physics, you need to revise everything. Revise everything. That will take you 1 hour because I'm telling you, watch really small one shots because you don't have that much time now. And another hour you need to spend on PYQs. Understood? Previous year questions you should be doing in the other hour. That is 1 hour. Now for 12 physics, one chapter you're taking 2 hours. And this will apply to both chemistry and maths also. That is total of 6 hours, you're completing 3 chapters at 12. Now those 6 hours, if you add over here, you're getting 9 plus 6. You still have 1 hour left. In that 1 hour, I wanted to solve a question paper in the day, at the ending of the day that is. Now, in a typical day, if I summarize you in if I write one day over here, in a typical day, that is, you're spending 9 hours to complete 6 chapters of 11. That is physics 2 chapters, chemistry 2 chapters, and maths 2 chapters. After that, you're completing 3 chapters at 12 within 6 hours. That is 2 hours per chapter. That is physics, chemistry, and maths. You're doing properly, okay? Now you're done with how many chapters you're done with? That is 6 plus 3, 9 chapters in a day you're done with. After that 1 hour, you have to do one test paper or just revise everything, whatever you have studied in the day, and you'll be completely done. Do this thing in 1 week, you'll be completely done with whole 11th if you follow this timetable. Now that 1 week is really stressful for you, now comes second week. In the second week, you only have 12 to complete. Now you'll be more relaxed. You know why? Because in this week, you are only spending 3 hours in a day to complete, 1 second. Now you're coming to the second week, right? In second week, you're just spending 6 hours a day to be doing 12 syllabus, and then you have rest 10 hours free. In those 10 hours, all I want you to do is whatever you'll be done with 11th in 1 week, right? Just revise everything again and do question papers only. The last week of the exam, I wanted to solve as many question papers as possible. And yeah, that will help you a lot. Now that we are done with this, I'm going to be telling you that in physics you have 14 chapters, but in chemistry you have 12 chapters. If you follow my schedule, in few days only you'll be done with chemistry. Because see, you will have you'll be done with chemistry within few days only, because physics you're doing 2 chapters a day and chemistry you're doing 2 chapters a day, but chemistry only has 12 chapters, physics has 14 chapters. So this is the timetable I'm going to be giving you, and if you follow it, it'll be really hectic, I'm telling you, but if you follow it, and if you follow this, you'll definitely crack KCET within 2 weeks. Because first week will be really tense because you'll actually be spending how many hours? 15 hours studying. But in second week, you'll be done with 11. So you'll only be spending 6 hours a day just studying 12th. And other 10 hours, you can just revise 11th again, whatever you studied in the first week. And you should be done with the syllabus. Now, KCET exam, you should be focusing on time management because you don't really have to think anything, okay? It depends on how fast you can solve the questions. So a typical KCET question, you can you don't have to think much. You just have to put down the pen and the paper and you can solve it fast. You'll have 4 options: A, B, C, and D. In these 4 options, you need to solve the question as fast as possible in the paper. If you're not able to solve when it took you more than 1 minute 30 seconds or more than 1 minute 50 seconds, you just need to randomly choose one, like C. The probability of that coming right is 1 by 4. Like that, you need to choose and move on, because you need to solve the whole paper, 180 questions, and you are limited time of 1 minute 30 seconds per question. I'm going to be telling you a additional strategy. That is over here. There's no space, but yeah. So sixth strategy over here is guess. 1 second. Here, guess strategy. In this guess strategy, what I'm going to be telling you is, so that after you're done everything, okay, you're prepared for the exam within 2 weeks, you go there and then you give your best. But while writing that, sometimes what happens is you won't be left with enough time. What I'm going to be telling you is 15 minutes before the exam ends, okay? If you have like a lot of questions to do, like suppose you mess up and you don't have time, then here comes the last strategy, that is guess. Guess, you should apply this over here. If you click on this video over here, my previous video, in this video I told you how to crack JEE within 1 day by using a strategy, that is like, without studying anything, how to get the answers correct. If you watch that video, it is still applicable to KCET exam. You can use those strategies in this exam. That is, you don't even have negative marking in this exam. I forgot to mention, but there's no negative marking. Whatever you write, you have 1 by 4 chance of getting it correct. Now, if you're left with questions, you can use this last method, that is guess, okay, A, B, C, D. If you go and watch that video, you'll have a better idea on how to do questions like that. And this is more applicable for KCET because in JEE you have negative marking and there's a risk. Over here, there's no risk. If you go and watch that video and then apply my strategies properly, you can guess and you can still get marks. Now, in short, what I told in that video is you can eliminate like one option and you have 1 by 3 chance of getting that right. So I'm telling you, you should go check out that video and it will really help you in this exam in last minute. But make sure to not leave any question, okay? You have 1 by 4 chance of getting it correct. But if you watch that video, you'll have more chance of getting it correct. So go and watch that video first and you can do it properly. This is the last method, guessing. Guessing is actually a really important strategy when it comes to exams like KCET, and it is a last minute help. Who knows, you can guess it correct and you can get good marks. And that's it. Here's how to completely crack KCET within 2 weeks. I'm going to be summarizing everything for you. Now the first strategy is to aim. Aim meaning you have to aim for this. You need to aim for 180 out of 180. Then that's important. Second is timetable. I just shared one timetable over here. If you follow the timetable, you can take a screenshot of it and you study 16 hours a day. It is possible. Now third comes weightage. I have showed you weightage for each and every chapter at the starting of this video. If you follow that weightage and study by studying important chapters first, you can do it. After that, you have study smart. Study smart, as I mentioned before, you need to study by having a plan. Like I've shared the plan with you. First, you have to do 11 within 1 week, and 12 you can take 2 weeks. But yeah, in 11 you need to somehow complete in 1 week. Then 12 you can do one chapter of physics, one chapter of chemistry, and one chapter of maths per 1 day for 2 weeks, and you'll be done with 12. But for 11th, you need to complete 9 chapters a day in 1 week to be done with 11th. That's a summary of this thing. That's a summary of the process. In guest strategy, as I told you, you can go check out how to crack JEE in 1 day video, and from there it will help you a lot because the same strategies are applicable for KCET exam, and if you apply them, you have chance of getting stuff correct. And that's the ending of this video. All the best, guys.